According to NASA, our planet's average surface temperature has risen by about 2.12 degrees Fahrenheit since the late 1800s, with most of the warming occurring within the last 40 years. Ice sheets near the North Pole have decreased in size. Greenland has lost an average of 279 billion tons of ice per year, while Antarctica has lost about 148 per year between 1993 and 2019. Global sea levels have risen by about 8 inches in the last century, and the acidity of surface ocean waters have increased by about 30% since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. These are all symptoms of global warming, caused by the burning of fossil fuels and the release of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Another pressing issue has to do with an increased amount of food waste produced as a result of the continually growing population. The conventional management of such waste uses landfills, which are slowly running out of space globally. Some steps have been taken to combat both of these issues, but one that's talked about is the harvesting of biogas through a process called anaerobic digestion, which we will refer to in this video as AD. AD is a process that takes organic matter as input and produces biogas as output. Because no combustion occurs, there is no emission of greenhouse gases to the atmosphere. This makes the production of biogas eco-friendly. It additionally diverts food waste from landfills, finding an effective and more sustainable management strategy for such organic waste. The biogas itself can be used in similar ways to how normal gas is used, although it is often used for heat and electricity production. Additionally, we can also use the leftovers of AD. We call the residual material left over after digestion digestate. This digestate, if in high enough quality, can be used as fertilizer due to its carbon, phosphorus, and nitrogen content. At the N.E.S lab, we are studying the sustainable strategies to improve the AD process, or more specifically, how we can maximize biogas yield and purity, but also the recovery of other valuable resources such as reclaimed water and fertilizers. Remember that the raw ingredients for AD are often water-containing organic materials, such as biomass from wastewater treatment plants, food waste, and manure. So, how does it work? AD happens within a 4-step process: hydrolysis, acetogenesis, and methanogenesis. These individual steps are all very complicated on their own, but each can be summarized briefly as follows. In the first step, organic macromolecules are split into smaller components by enzymes released by bacteria. An enzyme is a catalyst that alters the rate of a chemical reaction, often by reducing the amount of activation energy needed for it to occur. The components produced by hydrolysis are used by acetogenic bacteria in the next step. In the second step, acetogenic microorganisms absorb the products of hydrolysis through their cell membranes and produce organic acids. In the third step, organic acids and alcohols are converted into acetic acid, hydrogen, and carbon dioxide by acetogenic bacteria. In the fourth step, the products of the previous reactions are converted to methane through methanogenic organisms. Through all these steps, methane gas is produced in the original organic macromolecules. When the resulting products of AD are produced, however, they don't just include the gas, they also include the previously mentioned leftover, a mixture of both liquids and solids. This digestate is not entirely waste, however, as it can be used for other purposes. Both the liquid and solid can be used as fertilizers due to their nitrogen and phosphorus content. The research being conducted at the N.E.S lab is not only trying to maximize the production of methane gas, but also of the reclaimed water. In conclusion, AD is a powerful eco-friendly process that can be used to produce natural biogas, and this gas can be used for an array of purposes, namely to generate electricity and heat. This process, though, could be refined and made better through research, namely in increasing the amount of gas produced as well as the amount of reclaimed water. One of these suggested ways to do this would be through pre-treatment steps to improve the digestibility of the substances. Some typical pre-treatment technologies include mechanical, thermal, chemical, and biological pre-treatments.